Alrighty, if you're interested in creating this simple budget where you can um, easily put your net pay, you have your various bills and amounts, and then you have this total spent that will turn red when you spend too much. You also have the percentages over on your right, as well as a check box so you can check off when you've paid a bill. You also have this bill breakdown chart. So if you're interested in creating this, just keep on watching. Alrighty, first things first, you're going to go to the browser and type sheets.new. You have to have a Google account for this. Google is free, so just feel free to go to google.com and sign up for a free Gmail, and you'll have access to the Google Suite for free. Alrighty, you want to name your sheet, so I'm going to name this one Sample Budget. If you want, you can add it to a particular folder. Now you want to create a header, so you're going to merge A through E. So select A through E and come up here to this button and hit merge. We're going to resize her to make her slightly bigger, and we're just going to name her April. Click that, and we want to align her, so we're going to click this alignment, click center, click vertical align, and you want to put her in the middle. Then we're going to change her font to Quicksand, and of course this is not mandatory, but I like things to be a little pretty. You want to select a color, so I'm going to select a light rose goldish color and make the font white. And then we're going to increase the font size to something that looks presentable. Alright, we're going to resize A and B to be significantly smaller. And you're going to select 2 and 3 and merge them. Same thing for B, merge them. And the first one we're going to type due date. The second one we're going to type complete. Select both of those, and we want to click this text rotation, and we're going to select this one that says rotate up. Alright, so let's resize those so that looks a little more presentable. We're going to select A2 to E18 and put it in a outer borders. We want to select all of this, and I want to change the font to Quicksand. If you don't have Quicksand, you can go to more fonts and find it. That just happens to be my favorite font. We want all of it to be in the middle and like that. So we're going to make this a little bit smaller because we don't need that much room. You can change these fonts to whatever you like. I'm going to change it to that same color with a white font color. And then we're going to add check boxes here. So from B4 to B16, we're going to insert checkbox. And we're going to come down here and merge this with B17. And we want to change this to total spent. Merge this. And we're going to change that to amount left. And we'll fix that in a moment. Come back up here. We're going to widen C2. And we want that to say net pay. We're going to merge these two. And you're going to put any number, any net pay you want to put. We're going to put $4,000. And then we want to format that to look like a currency. So click Format, Number. And I like this currency that has 2 decimals behind it. We're going to make those slightly bigger. And you can make it whatever you prefer. Under there, you're going to put bill name, amount, and percentage. And we're going to resize that percentage because obviously we don't need that much room. All right, so let's merge total spent again and amount left again. And I like for these both to be to the right. All right, and you've got basically the foundation for your budget. So now let's add some conditional formatting. So select A4 to E16. So there's A4 to E16. And come to Format, select Conditional Formatting. And you're gonna, in here where it says Format Cells, you are going to come down to Custom Formula. Don't get afraid, it's very simple. You're gonna just type equals A4. You're gonna type equals $sign B4 equals true. That's it. And then we want to come to fill color, and we want to make it this kind of dark gray, but you can select whatever color you like. And then I'm going to just, for the font color, select the gray right next to it. And one last thing, we want to click that scratching effect, or what they call strike through. Hit done. And to test this out, if you select this, it should darken that particular row. And so that means I paid that bill and I don't really want to see it anymore. All right. The other custom format, we want to click here, add a rule, and we want to say if this number is greater than this number here, we want it to turn red. So we're going to say equals D2 because this is cell D2. So if it's greater than D2, we want it to turn red. Hit done. You want to test that out? Let's come down here where we put that formula and put $4,100. And you see it turn red. But what if I put $2,000? You see it did not turn red. So let's get that out of there. We're going to come down here to amount left, add another rule, and select that format cells if, and you want to say if this amount is less than 0, we want it to turn red. Meaning if I have less than $0, which means I'm in the negative, I want it to turn red. So let's say I put $32. You see it turn red, but if I put $24, nothing happens. So now we've done our conditional formatting. Let's do formulas, and we're almost done. All right, so we're going to come down here to total spent, and we're going to type equals sum, and then parentheses, open parentheses, and you're going to select D4 to D16 and hit enter. It's going to suggest an autofill. You're going to say X. And then in amount left, you're going to say, so I'm going to say equals D2 minus D17. So essentially, what is my net pay minus the amount of money I've spent? And right now we haven't spent a thing, so we've got $4,000 left, so it's working fine. All right, in here we want to come down again and format these so that they're all numbers. Equals D4 divided by $D, $2. And you can accept the autofill, although you're going to have to fix something in a second. So let's put a number in here. So you see we're getting a decimal. We don't want that, so let's select all of that. And we want to format it as a number and come down to custom number. And you're just going to scroll a little bit till you find that percentage. And you're looking for the one with just no decimals. Select that, hit apply, and as you can see, you're getting a percentage for each one of those. $10. So type some bills in here, or bill names, so we can say rent, lights, gas, car, well, not $10, water, we'll say, whatever you want to type in there. And as long as everything's working fine, you'll be good to go. Let's change maybe rent to $3,400. As you can see, you're getting a negative because you spent more money than you should. Let's put this line back down here. Just select this, come up to the border, and hit this bottom border, and your border should be back. So let's change this number to a reasonable amount for how much you make. And again, you have that scratching effect once you pay the bill. You can put due dates in here, whatever due dates float your boat. All right, last but not least, let's add a chart. So you want to select C3, the bill name. I'm sorry, not C3. You want to select C4 down to E16. Come to Insert, Chart, and it's going to suggest a chart. I don't care for that chart. So you're going to come to this chart type, and I prefer the donut, but let's just play around. You can do the 3D pie chart. You can do the donut, whatever floats your boat. You can resize this, and as you can see, it has pretty much all of your bills in there, or at least the ones it can fit in there. Water's too tiny and you can't see it, but it is there. All right, you want to make sure that it has the right cell. So again, it does have C4. C4 is here. You can click it to see all the way to E16. So in here, you can click this and edit chart. We want to customize this chart. So I like a title. So you can come in here, chart title, and I usually name mine budget breakdown. Of course, I like some color. So I change the color to what? And unfortunately, they don't have my favorite font, so I just go with narrow. And then there's some other customizations you can do. You could click pie chart, and you can change how big the donut hole is. So 0 means no hole. 75% is a larger size hole. You can change the slice label so it has the labels on there. If you click a slice, you can change the color to be what you want it to be. We'll change it to yellow and whatever you want to do. So that's how you would add that budget breakdown. Last but not least, if you need more rows, which I'm sure most people do, you just come in here. I would select rows in the middle probably where you don't have anything yet. Come down here and select these. Select as many as you like before you get to the total spent. Right click and hit insert rows below. Then you want to come to your percentages and just, when you see that little cross, drag it down and it will just copy your formulas, and then you can type whatever you need to type in there and it should automatically change it to whatever you need to change it to. Alrighty, that's a simple budget. If you are interested in a more detailed budget, where you have a checkbook register here that monitors your pending balance versus your actual current balance, that gives you denominations for when you go to the bank, all of those things, there's a link in the description. Bye.